Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WWE Review channel. My name is Joshua King and this is my brother
Gregory King.
And we're going to tell you our predictions and what we basically think of what's going to happen at Wrestlemania 32. So we're just going to kick off with the pre-show card matches. So the first match is going to be the Usos versus the Dudley Boys.
Yeah.
This match has been a real big build-up for a while now, Greg.
Yeah, it has.
They've been... The Dudley Boys, ever since they turned heel...
Yeah, exactly.
And they turned on the Usos on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
What do you think what's going to happen at WrestleMania?
Well, all I can say, this rivalry has really been pushed far enough between the Dudleys and the Usos. I mean, this whole thing all started when the Dudleys boys it cost the Usos a shot at the tag team titles when they put Jimmy Uso through a table about a month ago. And this whole thing just really turned on its head when the Dudleys were going to claim that they were not going to use tables anymore in the for the whole WWE. They said the tables were over. It was done. It was through. And I think from personal experience, Dudley Boys, they may have regretted that.
Yes, honestly, I think that, the way they've gone about using the no tables thing,
yeah.
I don't think, it's just going to work out. I think at WrestleMania, if the Dudleys don't do it, the Usos are going to do it. One of them tag teams is going through a table.
Yeah, the Usos probably are going to send the Dudley Boys right through a table, and I don't be surprised if Bully Ray or Dewey Devon have any idea what the Usos are capable of doing.
That's right. And there's not going to be no hiding for the Dudley Boys. They have used their cheap shots ever since they turned heel on Monday Night Raw. They've been using cheap shots after cheap shots after cheap shots. It's now time to face the music because this is WrestleMania, Greg. There is only how many hours away from WrestleMania?
12 hours away from WrestleMania, and from 12 hours from now, the Dudley Boys are going to be in the ring with the Usos at WrestleMania kickoff. It's going to be unbelievable. I cannot wait to see what goes down between the Dudleys and the Usos. It's going to be an all-out physical war between intentions, and rivalries will explode.
Exactly right. But if we think that tag team match is going to be something, what about Kalisto, the United States champion, versus Ryback?
Well, this is a pretty interesting matchup because Ryback has been pretty much a good guy for the last year or so, but it seems as of late, since he walked out on Kane and Big Show's tag team matchup, he's gone pretty much down a road path to chase going after the US title shot.
Exactly. That's right. He wants that one-on-one shot with Kalisto for the United States title.
I mean, Kalisto won the US championship against Alberto Del Rio last year at the Royal Rumble. And let's not forget the fact he also defeated Alberto Del Rio in a 2 out of 3 falls matchup for the United States Championship. So this match between Ryback and Kalisto, it's going to be pretty much a down and dirty fight, to say the least, for Kalisto. He's going to have to bring his A game, his speed, his quickness against Ryback, because Ryback is all about muscle, power, and aggression.
That's right. And like Ryback would say, as the show must go on, feed me more. That's exactly right. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go on to the next match, and the next match will be a tag team match. Now, this is quite interesting because this was just announced on Monday Night Raw, just gone. It will be Team Total Divas versus Team Bad.
Well, a Divas tag team matchup is pretty much a taste for disaster. I mean, this whole situation started when Lana and her new best buds started talking evil, started going behind Paige's back. This whole thing started when Lana attacked Brie Bella for whatever reason, for costing her a shot at the Divas Championship against Charlotte. And now she and her new friends Tamina and Naomi have targeted the Total Divas locker room.
Exactly. And Emma from Total Divas, now Emma is going to be a part of Team Bad.
Yeah, she came up from NXT as well. Not to mention she's from Australia. Melbourne, Australia. In her home country. She left the NXT to join Team Bad. And let's not forget, Eva Marie is also in the mix as well.
Exactly. She's going to be on Team Total Divas. Now, honestly, I don't go much on Eva Marie. The fact of the matter is, I don't think...
Yeah.
Now, putting it nicely without offending anyone that are Eva Marie fans, I just don't like her in general. I don't think she has the it factor that people say that she thinks she has. I just don't like her one bit.
No, I personally agree, but the person that is pretty much the wild card in this whole equation is Nikki Bella. Will she turn up for WrestleMania 32? Whose side is she gonna be on? Will she...
Well, that is exactly right, Greg. Will she be there for WrestleMania, since she was out due to injury last year when after she defended her title, against Charlotte and lost? Her second rematch, she went back again, but it ended up being on Total Divas. We found out that Nikki Bella would have to undergo surgery on her neck.
Yeah, she had to go pretty much under the knife for the last months or so. And let's not forget, this woman was the longest reigning Divas champion for the last, since 2014 to 2015. She held back all comers. 2015 was her year. And I couldn't say much on Nikki Bella's behalf. She was the greatest Divas champion that we've ever seen.
Exactly. The greatest Divas champion could possibly be of all time.
So what is going to happen when Nikki Bella... Will she join Team Bad? Will she join Total Divas?
That's if she appears this Sunday, of course.
If she appears at WrestleMania 32, all these questions, all these rumors, all these answers are going to find out. One way or another. It's going to be on Team Total Divas, Brie Bella, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and of course, Paige. It's going to be all physical exhaustion between these 4, 5, 10 divas. All hell is going to break loose. Mark my words.
Well, that match is going to be awesome. But what about The Rock?
Yeah.
Now,
everyone's talking about this for months. The most electrifying man in all of WWE is coming back to WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. Live and person. What is The Rock gonna bring to the table? What is The Rock gonna bring? His electrifying talk trash? What is he gonna talk about? Is he gonna talk about John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin? What he has to say in Dallas in 12 hours? What is he gonna have to say to the entire WWE universe, live and exclusive?
That's exactly right. What will The Rock's big announcement be? Is it just going to be a cut of promo? Is there going to be something, with The Rock? He said he was going to be there for WrestleMania, and he is there, ladies and gentlemen. There is photos of him being around WrestleMania, practicing of what's going to go down. Now, this is where it gets interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
because The Rock is how many times is he a WWE champion?
A 10-time WWE champion. He's also a 2-time world champion. He defended his title in 2013, last time at WrestleMania against John Cena, and he lost the WWE Championship on that night. And let's not forget, he ended CM Punk's title reign at the Royal Rumble. And that's... The Rock is the great one, the electrifying man, the people's champ. And pretty much a Hall of Famer, in my opinion.
Exactly right. But what will The Rock have to say in less than 12 hours away? Now that is the kickoff show. Now that is an awesome kickoff show right there. The past few WrestleMania kickoff shows haven't been that great, but that right there puts the dollar on the cake right there.
Exactly. You cannot wait to see what is going to happen. Kickoff. It's going to be live 7 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget, you cannot miss what it's going to be like when The Rock, Team Bad, Total Divas, Kalisto, Ryback, the Usos, and the Dudley Boys kick off our WrestleMania feed show. You are just 7 hours away from history being made at WrestleMania kickoff right here tomorrow.
Exactly right. And you know what? If you want to watch WrestleMania, if you don't know how to get WrestleMania, Greg, what do you need to do?
You need to go to WWE.com and click on the channel right on your television stations. You have to go to your computer, type on the WWE.com exclusive, and look up at that you see Monday Night Raw, see SmackDown, you see pay-per-views, you see the entire WCW, ECW pay-per-views, you see the entire shows every single night. Monday Night Raw, Thursday Night SmackDown, and of course, every pay-per-view show you have never saw before. There's going to be the Swerve, Edge and Christian, there's every show, Total Divas, every show of the year leading up to the big one, WrestleMania 32. That's in 12 hours away, kids. You cannot wait to see what goes down. I don't care what you gotta do. Bring your kids, bring your family, I'm telling you, moms, dads, kids, aunties, uncles, you better wake up because WrestleMania 32 is gonna be off the stage, and my God, you better believe this will be in your face.
Exactly. And if you want to watch WrestleMania 32, you should go to the WWE Network and click the network. Subscribe for $9.99.
For $9.99.
Exactly. So let's kick off with WrestleMania, the first match. Now, we're getting all our information from WrestleZone. So thank you, WrestleZone, for all your information. So you got the first match that's going to be kicked off will be the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Yeah. Now, this will be its third Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The first time around, Cesaro won the first time around. And who won the second time, Greg?
The Big Show.
That's right, the world's largest athlete, the Big Show. The knockout punch, that choke slam, that is what's gonna go down. Because it is literally 12 hours away. We know we've said this like literally 10 times now. 12 hours away.
Yeah, and you look at the list on who the superstars on that Memorial Battle Royal show. You see the likes of Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, The Big Show,
yes,
Kane,
that's right.
Tyler Breeze, Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Fandango, Damian Sandown, Darren Young, Conor and Victor, Goldust, R-Truth, and 4 others to be named for the Andre Memorial Battle Royal.
Now, this is where it gets interesting, Greg, because I'm not sure if you know or not, but it has been confirmed Rob Van Dam will be at WrestleMania 32.
Holy cow.
He was at the Hall of Fame earlier on today, and now he will be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. These are some of the people that we think that's going to be in it. So we think Rob Van Dam, I'm pretty sure he has been confirmed. Also, rumours and speculations have also said Cesaro is going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We've also heard that John Cena will be making a return to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal for the first time. He would be in it, and I've also heard he was going to win it. But that's the three people, but I don't know who a fourth one would be.
That's a mystery.
Exactly. Could it be Randy Orton? Could it be somebody from NXT making their debut?
Maybe Samoa Joe. Maybe it's Bobby Roode. Maybe it's Austin Aries. Maybe it's the other young stars like Baron Corbin. Maybe it's someone perhaps like Sam, like pretty much unpredictable. But whoever it is, it's going to be an amazing matchup, I can tell.
Exactly. Whoever wins this match literally will deserve it, no matter what. But as we know, we must go on because we need to tell you what's going on. So I'm going to let Greg tell you this one.
Well, I can tell you the next matchup that you're going to see is pretty much a down and dirty ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. As Kevin Owens defends his Intercontinental Championship against 7 other competitors for the Intercontinental title. The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, and Stardust, known as Cody Rhodes. That's my opinion, I can say. Because this whole thing really started when Kevin Owens really stick his foot in his mouth saying, I want to defend my Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. I want an opponent at WrestleMania. Well, Kevin Owens, be careful what you wish for, man, because you've got 7 challenges coming after your Intercontinental title. It's like the odds are definitely stacked against Kevin Owens. And let's not forget Sami Zayn. He's been the one who's been coming after Kevin Owens because ever since he took him out of action for a long few months with injury, he powerbombed him numerous occasions, sent him to the hospital. Now Sami Zayn is back and better than ever. He will be out for blood and retribution. And let's not forget about Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, former Intercontinental Champions himself.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and besides the fact, Dolph Ziggler has been a 5-time Intercontinental Champion. Miz is a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. And let's not forget Stardust, also a former Intercontinental Champion in his own right.
That is exactly right. But honestly, Greg, out of all people, who do you think will walk out WrestleMania pretty much the new Intercontinental Champion, or will Kevin Owens retain?
Well, there's 2 other guys you forgot to mention, Joshua, because Sami Zayn is also in the matchup, but Zack Ryder and Sin Cara could be the wild cards in this equation. Sin Cara's didn't know how it feels to be Intercontinental Champion. He's never won the Intercontinental Gold. Neither has Zack Ryder. But perhaps at WrestleMania could be their night.
Exactly right, Greg. It could be anybody's night. It could be Kevin Owens could retain. There could be a new Hollywood star, The Miz, the Intercontinental Champion. We could have the sexiness.
The show up, Dolph Ziggler.
That is exactly
come out
right.
on top. But then again, there's Sami Zayn, who is so driven and so determined to get his revenge and walk out the Intercontinental Champion. Guys, I cannot wait to see what goes down in that matchup. It's going to be explosive off the charts.
Well, as we know, we must go on.
Yep.
And the next match is a handicap match. Now, this is going to be one of my matches that I'm looking forward to the most. You have three of the most funniest, the youngest superstars in the main roster. You have the New Day. Now, in the New Day, you have Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. Langston, the New Day, and they're going one-on-one with the League of Nations.
Yeah, well, this is a matchup that some people are talking about this. The New Day are the current reigning defending World Tag Team Champions.
And they're not only the current and defending World Tag Team Champions, they are the two-time
World
WWE
Tag Team Champions. That's exactly right, Joshua. And they always love to make people laugh, make people funny. They always love to call themselves great time champs. And let's not forget their positivity. They always come up and say, New Day rocks! New Day rocks! New Day rocks! Sing it to me, Joshua.
New Day rocks! New Day rocks! New Day rocks! But that's how we know, because hashtag you ain't know.
You ain't know.
And you grab booty.
Grab booty. Exactly right. But let's not forget about their opposition that they're facing in Wrestlemania. They're facing the League of Nations. And my God, from the New Day, what they have, the League of Nations are a different team because they got the most talented superstars in their lineup. You look at guys like former world champions Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio, and the big Russian himself, the Bulgarian brute Rusev, and of course the King of England, the King of London, Wade Bad News Barrett.
Now, I'm just going to do this, so let me just do this one. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. That is what's going to happen. It could possibly be the New Day could possibly walk out former tag team champions, and the League of Nations could possibly walk out tag team champions, because now the odds are stacked against the New Day, because the New Day is a group of three. The League of Nations is a group of four.
Yeah, and likes the fact that the New Day are funny guys, the League of Nations are dangerous team. They always go about it. The League of Nations are the most destructive force in the WWE.
Well, honestly, they are, Greg, because you've got Sheamus, a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion, a former World Heavyweight Champion, and then you go to Alberto Del Rio. He is a former WWE and World Heavyweight Champion. And you go to Rusev, a former United States Champion. He was undefeated for like over a year.
Over a year, exactly.
And then there's Bad News Barrett. He won King of the Ring. He has been Intercontinental Champion more than once.
And not to mention a former Nexus leader.
Exactly.
In his own right.
And then he brought the core to Friday Night SmackDown.
And let's not forget, he and the Nexus laid John Cena out and destroyed the entire WWE ring in one night. And the Nexus laid a path of destruction in their path. I cannot wait to see what is going to happen when the League of Nations and the New Day crash in the middle of the ring. It's going to be like tight. It's going to be like Goliath versus Jacob. Jacob versus Goliath. It's going to be down and dirty, booty all holes. And let's not forget the New Day's booty, as you can tell, booty cereals are coming everywhere you look. Everywhere you
Well, let's try this one more time.
Yeah. Bootios.
Bootio cereals.
Video cereals.
They make sure you ain't booty.
You ain't booty.
That's exactly right.
Exactly right.
It was coming to me. I had to figure it out. I forgot for a second.
Yeah, I lost that memory too. But focus on this. If the New Day don't beat the League of Nations, the New Day's bootios could be booty down the hole. They go.
Exactly right. But as you know, Greg, we must go on.
Yeah.
Because we have a short amount of time to do this.
Let's do this.
The next match, well,
it's pretty much a triple threat match.
it is. It is for the Divas Championship. Now, this match is not going to be any kind of match. This match has so much rivalry and detail building up to this match. This match all basically began last year when Stephanie McMahon brought in the Divas Revolution. Now, she brought in Sasha Banks. She did bring in the Nature Boy #2, Charlotte. And she did bring in Becky Lynch. All to come in for SummerSlam to join the SummerSlam Revolution.
Exactly right. The Revolution was a Divas division waiting to happen. And let's not forget the fact that Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks used to be friends down in NXT. They were like sisters. But those days are long gone. Because now that Charlotte is the Divas champion, her attitude has really changed for the last few months since her father, Ric Flair, has been in her corner.
Exactly right. She has a new style of flair, and she thinks she's going to pull it off at WrestleMania. And you know what? This is what I love about triple threat matches. The champion does not have to be pinned to lose the Divas title. Or any kind of title in any kind of triple threat match. The champion doesn't have to be pinned.
She does not have to be pinned in the matchup. Sasha Banks could pin Becky Lynch, or vice versa. Becky Lynch could pin Sasha Banks, and either one of them walks out the Divas champion. But let's not forget, Charlotte can be so sneaky and so dangerous also when her father's at ringside.
Exactly, because you know, when triple threat rules are in order, that means no disqualification.
No disqualification.
So this means, even if Charlotte was out of the ring, Ric Flair could possibly interfere and even cost Sasha Banks or Becky Lynch a Divas title shot. Now, definitely, I'm looking into this match and I'm kind of seeing the odds are kind of going towards Charlotte. She does have Ric Flair in her corner. Will Ric Flair do something drastic? Will he interfere in this match to make sure that Charlotte walks out the Divas title as she walks in Divas champion? But we will find out in less than 24
hours. Woo! Can I get a woo?
Woo! Exactly right.
Exactly right. Now let's focus on another match that has personal animosity. Because personal animosity, that is gonna perfect word to describe the issues between Chris Jericho and AJ Styles. Their rivalry has really become very, very personal for the last few weeks, ever since Chris Jericho turned heel.
Exactly right. Now, we did witness the debut of AJ Styles back at the Royal Rumble.
That's right.
Now, he did enter in as number 3, and I believe Chris Jericho eliminated him. It was Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens. Sorry, guys. Kevin Owens eliminated AJ Styles. Now, saying to this, they had their first match. The next night after that, Chris Jericho went one-on-one with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And guess who came up second best?
Yeah, who came up second best?
Chris Jericho.
Exactly.
Chris Jericho did not like this. Chris Jericho felt like AJ Styles was just a B+ player. He was in the minor leagues, but guess what? They had a second match, and that was at Fastlane.
Yeah, well, it was at Fastlane. It was pretty much a down and dirty fight all the way to the end. But once again, AJ Styles found a way to beat Y2J at his own game and defeat the 9-time Intercontinental Champion.
That's exactly right. He did find a way. That is exactly right. Because he made Chris Jericho tap out.
And it had to be eating Chris Jericho alive for the last few weeks. And it finally caught up to him. Emotions and rage, it finally all came to a head during a World Tag Team title match between Chris Jericho and AJ Styles against The New Day. Jericho had The New Day had Biggie Langston beaten, and Biggie Langston got the victory. And after the matchup, Chris Jericho attacked AJ Styles big time.
That's exactly
giving
right.
him 3 cold breakers, and that was all of it.
Now, this match has so much heated rivalry going into it. This is probably... I'm looking forward to this match. This is just going to be off the charts. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah,
it could be
neither.
a back and forth match, but we're going to go on because I know Gregory King is looking forward to this next match. I know he's rooting for his guy, and I'm rooting for my guy, and it is the no holds barred match. Greg, who are you going for?
You've got that right. I've got my money on this next match. This one has bigger ramifications, bigger personal grudge to deal with. No holds barred street fight. It is about Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. And this whole thing really has come full circle. Because ever since Dean Ambrose cost Brock Lesnar a shot of going to the main event of WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar has become obsessed, enraged in getting his hands on Dean Ambrose. And the night after Fastlane, he took his rage all out in the parking lot.
That's exactly right. Brock Lesnar put a beating on Dean Ambrose. A beating like never before. Brock Lesnar is going to take Dean Ambrose to Suplex City, less than 11 hours away. It is that the clock is literally ticking.
Well, in my opinion, but if you want to talk about Brock Lesnar, let's talk about Dean Ambrose. You see, Dean Ambrose may have taken a beating at the hands of Brock Lesnar, but you know what? Dean Ambrose always finds a way to come back. Think about when he came back. He came back in an ambulance, in a neck brace, and he dragged his carcass down to the ring. He confronted Lesnar, and he told Brock Lesnar straight to his face, I want you in a match. No excuses. A no-holds-barred street fight. And by God, Brock Lesnar, on behalf of Paul Heyman, he gladly accepts. And he also has help from his closest friends, the likes of Mick Foley and Terry Funk, who give him weapons to use for this match for WrestleMania. You see, Brock Lesnar always goes to the gym and train, but Dean Ambrose is a different kind of character. He likes to train in the desert, likes to climb up mountains. He rides his bike, he runs like he's got nothing to lose. This is probably the biggest test of Dean Ambrose's career. Can he beat the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar we will find out what goes down April 4th at Wrestlemania. It is going to be the biggest fight that has ever happened. Dean Ambrose versus the Beast. It's all going to come full circle.
And saying that, you know what's going to happen, don't you? I'm already predicting it now. Brock Lesnar's walking out. As he walks in, the Conqueror. He is the one behind 21-1 at WrestleMania 30. Brock Lesnar is going to walk out with his hand raised, the winner and the Conqueror, because Brock Lesnar is a beast. And what Dean Ambrose needs to understand is he is a beast. And what he needs to understand, you cannot beat a beast. These other superstars like Triple H, CM Punk, the list goes on, couldn't get the job done. What makes you think Dean Ambrose is going to get the job done?
Well, let me tell you this. Brock Lesnar may be the beast. He may suplex City Dean Ambrose all the way to hell. He may beat the hell out of him. But he's going to have to beat every last breath out of Dean Ambrose's body. Because Dean Ambrose, as you heard, he will willing to go through anything. He will kill himself. He will kill himself to beat Brock Lesnar. And I can tell you this right now. Dean Ambrose, I've got my money on him to beat Brock Lesnar. And believe me, Dean Ambrose will die to defeat Brock Lesnar. He'll kill himself to beat Brock Lesnar. And by God, he will use any weapons he has from his Hall of Famers to beat the Beast.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning is going to be the day Dean Ambrose finally does something that no other man has ever done. Beat Brock Lesnar. I can't wait for it.
Well, let's go on.
Let's talk about the next matchup that has more than big altercations. It is Hell in a Cell. Shane O'Mac versus The Undertaker, with the stakes higher than ever before.
That's exactly right, because the stakes don't even cut it. The stakes are like literally unthinkable stakes. What you have here is The Undertaker's career is on the line, Greg. But Shane McMahon is fighting for the WWE. If Shane McMahon wins, he gets full control of the WWE.
And this is not just about the WWE. It is about the legacy of the McMahon family. He claimed Shane O'Mac has been total obsessed about taking control of Monday Night Raw, because Stephanie McMahon and Triple H have been running this company, as Shane O'Mac says, into the ground. And believe me, Shane O'Mac, with him in charge of Monday Night Raw, just figure the ramifications will come the next night. Just think about it, Joshua. Think about the ramifications that will come when Shane O'Mac is in charge of Monday Night Raw. He'll kick the door of his own father down the toilet.
Exactly right. But honestly believe Shane McMahon is walking out champion. He's going to be walking out victorious. He's going to be walking out the new and proud owner of Monday Night Raw, and he will walk out fully in control of the WWE.
But if you want to talk about the big occasions, he may walk out the head of no. But this is not about that. This is about Hell in a Cell. If he wants to be in control of Monday Night Raw, he has to go through Hell in a Cell, and he has to go through perhaps the most destructive, perhaps the most greatest WWE superstar of all time for the past 25 years. I'm talking about the dead man, The Undertaker.
That's exactly right. Because everybody knows Hell in a Cell is Undertaker's yard.
And WrestleMania is his house.
That's exactly right. Only one man has ever taken Undertaker's house, and that man is Brock Lesnar.
And you heard it from Shane O'Mac, claiming 2 years ago when The Undertaker's legacy had already died.
That's exactly right. But who will win the Hell in a Cell match? We're going to find out.
Only time will tell.
Exactly.
Only time will tell. Someone's legacies are going to die at WrestleMania. Because either way, if Shane O'Mac beats The Undertaker, he will take over Monday Night Raw, and Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and Vincent Kane.
So our next match is the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. You have the 14th time WWE World Heavyweight Champion Triple H, and then you have the 2-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. That's exactly right. Roman Reigns is walking in to WrestleMania to face the 14th time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. This match could possibly be Roman Reigns' biggest match in WWE history.
Yeah, and for good reasons. Because for the past 4 months, this whole thing really started, and it all goes back to TLC.
Well, it goes back before TLC, Greg. It starts back pretty much the night after Seth Rollins got injured.
Exactly. Seth Rollins got injured, and he was stripped of the World Heavyweight Championship due to a serious knee injury. He suffered an ACL, PCL ligament injury to his left knee, and he was forced out of action for over indefinitely. So which led to Triple H forcing the title to be vacated, so the stage was set a tournament at Survivor Series to determine the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
That's right. And you know what? Who walked out that night with the championship? Well, first off, it come down to Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns did pick up the victory, but not without controversy. Triple H come out to shake the hand of Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns, with one act of defiance, said, "No, Triple H, I'm not going to shake your hand."
No.
And what did he do, Greg? He speared him.
Speared him straight down into the ground, straight down to his last bit of days. And that ultimately sealed Roman Reigns' fate, because moments later, Sheamus came out and kicked the lights off of Roman Reigns, and he walked out the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, taking away Roman Reigns' dreams. For 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
That's exactly right. 5 minutes and 15 seconds, all it took. And also, going forward a month at TLC, pretty much where it all began, they screwed out Roman Reigns of another title shot. Roman Reigns was moments away of climbing up that ladder. But the League of Nations would come out and interfere in the match and cost Roman Reigns another title shot. Now, Roman Reigns was furious after this match. He was absolute outstagic. He went off his face. And you know what he did, Greg? He took a beating on Triple H. Well, I haven't seen a beating on Triple H like that for a very long time.
Well, I can tell you one thing, because up until that point, Roman Reigns had finally had enough. He said, "I just didn't care." And so Roman Reigns, when he saw Triple H, looked at Roman Reigns finally lost his temper and he went after the King of Kings. He said the game was in a business suit. He always had been in a business suit, but he was not the game anymore. He was the CEO of the company, and that pissed Roman Reigns off, and he beat him down so badly that Triple H had to be gone into a hospital for bleeding internally. He suffered through broken ribs, a punctured, bleeding internally, and on that night, Roman Reigns and the Roman Empire toppled the McMahon Empire.
And that's exactly right. But not only to come with that, the next night on Raw, out of nowhere, Roman Reigns would get a WWE Championship match, and he would go on to be victorious and then go on to the Royal Rumble after the McMahons put him in the Rumble and made him come out as number one and to defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
But let's not forget about the night after TLC when Mr. McMahon got involved in this as well. Because if you don't win your world title, Roman Reigns, you're fired the night later. And since that day, since that time, and halfway during the match, he delivered a Superman punch to the chairman of the board. And he knocked him out cold and speared Sheamus and walked out the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. That had to be eating Triple H alive for so many weeks. Let's talk about what Mr. McMahon getting arrested. He's seen his wife get abused by Roman Reigns. And it ultimately, at the Royal Rumble, it came to boiling point.
Exactly right. And who would enter at number 30? Triple H. Triple H would make his return to the Royal Rumble, and he would come back and he would win the Royal Rumble to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And that's where it all leads up to now.
Yeah, it all leads up to now. It's gonna come to this. Roman Reigns is the number one contender to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But if you want to talk about what happened, the attacks that Roman Reigns delivered to Triple H, well, the next night after Fastlane, Triple H would get his revenge. He would attack Roman Reigns, pounding his head on the announcer's table, pounding his head so badly that Roman Reigns had to go through reconstructive nose surgery to facial reconstructive surgery. Not only that, he also pedigreed Roman Reigns on the steel steps. And also, it became perfectly clear because at Roadblock, Triple H defended the WWE World title against Dean Ambrose, and he won, and he walked out still the champ. And then the next night, he faced up against Dolph Ziggler and won. And then Roman Reigns finally returned after 3 weeks later. And Roman Reigns would give Triple H a taste of his own medicine. He would beat the game up so badly that he was bleeding as well. So talk about payback a damn bitch. Now, the talking is over, Joshua. The talking is over. The mind games are over. It's time we get down to business. WrestleMania 32, it will be Roman Reigns' time to take Triple H's throne.
No, that's where it's not going to happen because Triple H will walk out the 14th time WWE World Heavyweight Champion because he is walking in to his 20th WrestleMania. Yes, I did say that, his 20th WrestleMania, and he is walking in to his 9th. No, actually, he'll be walking into his 10th championship match at WrestleMania. But you know what, Greg?
What?
This match, win or lose,
Yeah.
This match is going to be literally the second best match of the night. Literally the first best match of the night will be Shane McMahon and The Undertaker. This will be the second best. I don't know if they can pull it off to be first, but honestly, I think it'll be second best.
Yeah.
But whoever wins,
Yeah.
one thing is for sure.
Yeah.
They will walk out with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
And you gotta think about this. The wild cards in this whole equation. Will the Authority return to cost Roman Reigns? Will John Cena return? Because you heard what he said. He will make an impact that nobody saw coming. Or will we see the return of the Shield? Will Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns be together and standing on top of Triple H? Questions, answers. We're gonna find out what goes down at WrestleMania. I cannot wait. What is gonna happen at World Title match? What is going to happen in the Hell in a Cell match? What is going to happen in the No Holds Barred match? This is going to be the biggest WrestleMania live in Dallas. You cannot wait. What is going to happen?
Well, that's pretty much all the matches set. But let's just go over a quick duo of what we think's who's going to win. So, Greg,
Yeah.
out of the Uso and the Dudley Boys, who's going to win?
Well, I'm going to tip the Usos because the Dudley Boys have been running their mouths for so long. And it's
So
time.
you're going with the Usos?
I'm going with the Usos because
Well, I reckon I'm going to go with the Dudley Boys. Dudley Boys for me. Kalisto or Ryback, Greg?
It's definitely a big challenge for Kalisto. He has never faced a guy more powerful than Ryback. I think Ryback's going to walk out next United States champ.
Yeah, I have to go with you. Ryback for that one. So there's going to be Team Divas or Team Bad?
Well, you got to think about the Divas and to compare the Team Bad. They've got Lana, Tamina, Naomi. Dangerous dangerous players in this equation. But I reckon when Nikki Bella returns, I think Team Bad have got this up in their possession.
Who's going to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?
Now this is interesting because whoever wins this Memorial Battle Royal, they're going to make their names come a reality. Because the superstars, they're going to make their names come true. I wouldn't be surprised if John Cena returns and wins the Memorial Battle Royal. But then again, there's Big Show and Kane. So I reckon it's going to be Big Show back to back.
Back to back. Well, I'm going to go with Cesaro. I'm going to go returning with Cesaro. I reckon in the ladder match, Greg, I'm going to go with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn for me.
Yeah, it's going to be Sami Zayn all the way. He deserves to get his revenge against Kevin Owens, and WrestleMania will be his time.
Handicap match, League of Nations or the New Day? Straight up. League of Nations or New Day?
Well, this is going to be big. I reckon the League of Nations are going to take down the New Day, and New Days are going to be sad, bad days for the New Day.
Well, I'm going with a New Day for that one. Triple threat match straight up. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, or the reigning, defending Divas champion, Charlotte.
Well, you got to go with Charlotte because with Ric Flair in her corner, I can't see Becky Lynch or Sasha Banks trying to knock out the champ, Charlotte. I'm going with her.
Going with Charlotte?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with Sasha Banks for that one. Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles. Straight up, who's going to win? AJ Styles, Chris Jericho.
Well,
One name.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. I'm going with the best in the world, Chris Jericho.
The phenomenal one.
Well, I already know the next match or who you're going for. I'm going for Brock Lesnar.
I'm going for Dean Ambrose. Ambrose.
Next match, Shane McMahon, Undertaker. Let's wrap this one up.
Yeah.
I'm going with Shane McMahon. Who are you going for?
I'm going for the dead man, The Undertaker. Rest in peace, Shane.
Last and not least, Roman Reigns and Triple H.
Well, this is going to be the biggest matchup, I think. But if anyone can beat Triple H on his best day, it is the Roman Empire, Roman Reigns. I'm going for Roman Reigns.
Well, I'm going for Triple H. And know what?